Do you see my screen, online students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Uh, 1 minute. Okay. Okay, let us quickly discuss about Newton's divided difference formula. So, आप लोगों को थोड़ा भी समझ में नहीं आया था? नहीं, ओके चलिए. न्यू सो Lagrange interpolation formula, did you understand it? Lagrange, what is that? To interpolate arbitrary data. What is the formula for 3 point? Tell me. Lagrange interpolation formula. Okay, for 2 point, tell me. Suppose the points are x0, y0 and x1, y1. You tell me, what is the polynomial Lagrange interpolation formula for 2 points? x0, y0, x1, y1. Tell me. Seriously, or are you joking? Huh? How to get so if 2 points are given, what degree polynomial you will get? For 2 points 2 degree. तब तो इंटरपोलेशन की कुछ समझे ही नहीं कुछ. 1 degree. तो 1 degree polynomial. What is 1 degree polynomial? Straight line. So what is the equation of a straight line passing through 2 points? x0, y0, x1, y1. नहीं, नेट नहीं आ रहे हैं. मैं मोबाइल नेट से कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन इसमें भी कनेक्शन सही नहीं है, नहीं हो पाएगा. हाँ, ठीक है, देख लीजिए. ओके, तो so that is the equation of the line passing through 2 points x0, y0, x1, y1. Huh? Let me tell you again. Let us start from. I'll briefly go through the methods for unevenly spaced data. So for evenly spaced data, we have studied. What are the methods? Tell me quickly. Newton's forward difference formula, Newton's backward difference formula, Gauss forward, Gauss backward, Bessel's, Starling's, and Everett's. Now, so those are only applicable to evenly spaced data. For unevenly spaced data, only 2 methods are included in the syllabus. That is Lagrange's interpolation formula and Newton's divided difference formula or general interpolation formula. Why general? Because Newton's forward difference, backward difference can be derived from that. Okay, so 2 methods, Lagrange and Newton's divided difference or general interpolation formula. Okay, so let us look at Lagrange interpolation. So Lagrange interpolation, again, data are not necessarily evenly spaced or equally spaced. So you are given some arbitrary data. This is the Newton's Lagrange. Okay. Okay. So suppose x0, y0, x1, y1 up to x and yn. Okay. These are the n plus 1 data points. So for n plus 1 data points, if they are not necessarily evenly spaced, the polynomial will be of degree at most n. So at most n degree polynomial, you will have to consider initially with some coefficients, arbitrary coefficients, just like the all other formulas. We'll consider some initial polynomial of degree at most n with arbitrary coefficients, and then we'll use those given data points, pass the polynomial through the given data points and identify the coefficients. So here is the clever way to consider. So the polynomial px is, so the data points, remember once again, x0, y0, x1, y1 up to x and yn. Okay. So polynomial px is a0 into product of all the factors x minus xi. Only x minus x naught is missing in the first term. You see, x minus x naught is missing in the first term. In second term, it is a1 into all product of all the factors. Only x minus x1 is missing. Here x minus x1 is missing. Here x minus x0 is missing. Third term, x minus x2. That factor is missing. Here x minus x2 is missing. And in last term, x minus xn. That factor is missing. So in each term, how many factors are there? N factors. So for n factors, each term is a polynomial of degree n. So if you take linear combination of n degree polynomial, what will be the resulting polynomial? Of degree at most n. अब जो कांस्टेंट चूज कर रहे हैं वो अगर चूज करते करते ऐसा चूज कर लिए हायर ऑर्डर कैंसिल हो गया, जो हाईएस्ट पावर है वो कैंसिल हो गया, सो इट विल बी लेस देन दैट बट इट विल बी एट मोस्ट n. So px is a polynomial of degree at most n. Okay, and here a0, a1, a2 up to an, these are the coefficients. How many terms are there in this polynomial? n plus 1. So n plus 1 कोफिशिएंट्स को फाइंड करने के लिए हम लोग इस पॉलिनोमियल को n plus 1 डेटा पॉइंट से पास करवाएंगे और पास कराने के टाइम हर एक कोफिशिएंट्स 1 by 1 मिलेगा. So let us pass. So this is the clever way how you consider the initial polynomial. आप अगर कुछ और तरीके से चूज करते हैं तो शायद आपको लैग्रेंज इंटरपोलेशन फार्मूला ना मिले. लैग्रेंज इंटरपोलेशन फार्मूला डिराइव करने के लिए आपको ऐसे ही चूज करना होगा इनिशियल पॉलिनोमियल. Okay, so now we pass the polynomial through the given data points. So if you pass the polynomial through past data x0, y0, which coefficients you will get? x0, y0. So you will replace x by x0. So which terms will be cancelled out? All the terms except the first one, because they are having a product x minus x0. So x की जगह x0 put करेंगे तो that will be giving you 0. So only first term will be non-zero, remaining will be 0. Now what will be on the left hand side? P of x0, that is y0, that is passing through the graph. So y0 equals to P of x0 equals to a0 into x0 minus x1 into x0 minus x2 up to x0 minus xn. So from there you will get a0 equals to y0 by x0 minus x1 into x0 minus x2 up to so on x0 minus xn. Okay. Similarly, you pass the polynomial through the second point x1, y1. So you replace x equals to x1. So if you put x equals to x1, which terms will be cancelled out? All the terms except the second one. So second one से क्या मिलेगा आपको? a1 मिलेगा. What will be a1? P of x1. P of x1 is what? y1. So y1 by x1 minus x0 into x1 minus x2, so on up to x1 minus xn. Similarly, if you pass the last point through this polynomial, pass this polynomial through last point xn, yn, you'll get an, and an will be yn by xn minus x0 into xn minus x1 up to xn minus xn minus 1. So this is very easy once you know the initial construction. Now once you get all the constants, arbitrary constants, put those constants in the formula and you will end up with the Lagrange interpolation formula. This is the derivation is very easy. Okay. So दो पॉइंट के लिए लैग्रेंज इंटरपोलेशन फॉर्मूले में क्या देते हैं? एक लाइन देते हैं. 3 पॉइंट के लिए आपको क्या मिलेगा लैग्रेंज इंटरपोलेशन फॉर्मूले में? एक क्वाड्रेटिक कार मिलेगा. Okay. So each of these coefficients, these are the coefficients, Lagrange interpolation coefficients. Okay, and these are the data value y0, y1, yn. These are the data values, and remaining part they are the called Lagrange interpolation coefficients. Okay, so each of these coefficients, first coefficient पहले डेटा में फंक्शनल की वैल्यू देंगे और बाकी सारे पॉइंट पे इनकी वैल्यू 0 होंगे. Similarly, second coefficients that will be giving you the value at the second data point, and remaining point their value will be 0, and so on. So if you combine them together, that will give you the formula. Okay. So that is in short I have given. Then I have considered one example. So these are the 4 data points. They are not necessarily evenly spaced. Here they are not at all. 5, 6, 9, 11, and output values are 12, 13, 14, and 16. So 14, 16. So you will have to find a polynomial passing through this data. So you will write down 4 degree. You will, for 4 points you will get third degree polynomial. So you identify them: x0, x1, x2, x3, y0, y1, y2, y3. So what will be third degree polynomial? What will be y3 or p3x? Using Lagrange interpolation, x minus x1, x minus x2 into x minus x3 by x naught minus x1, x naught minus x2, x naught minus x3 into y naught. That is the first term. Second term, you will be getting x minus x naught, x minus x2 into x minus x3 by x1 minus x naught, x1 minus x2, x1 minus x3, y1. Next term will be x minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x3, x minus x2 will be missing, x2 minus x naught, x2 minus x1, x2 minus x3 into y2 plus the last term, x minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x2, x3 minus x2, x3 minus x1, x, let us make it x3 minus x naught, x3 minus x1, x3 minus x2 into y3. So this is the polynomial. Now you substitute the values of x naught, x1, x2, x3, y naught, y1, y2, y3, and then you will have to do some calculation. So you'll get the polynomial. So the advantage of this method, what is the advantage? It can be applicable to any kind of data, both evenly spaced होने में भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है इसमें. Okay. And if you remember Newton's forward difference formula, backward difference formula, in those formulas, the data points, the input values or x values has to be in a certain order, either in increasing order or in decreasing order. At the same time, the data has to be in evenly spaced format, equally spaced. Here, data need not be in any order. अगर डेटा को हम लोग ऐसे रीअरेंज करते हैं, मान लो डेटा पॉइंट्स ऐसे ऑर्डर में दिया था 11, 16, 5, 12, 9, 14, 6, 13. Same data, their order is not defined, the x values. But still you can apply this formula. You do not have to sort the data. So that is another advantage. But in Newton's forward difference formula or Newton's backward difference formula, you have to arrange them either in increasing order or in decreasing order. So that is not necessary here. So that is second advantage. Third advantage is it is very easy to implement. You see the formula, you just write down the formula and it is very easy to remember. पहले टर्म में x minus x नॉट मिसिंग होंगे और डिनोमिनेटर में सारे सेम टर्म लिखेंगे, बस x की जगह x नॉट पुट कर देंगे. सेकंड टर्म में x minus x1 मिसिंग होंगे, डिनोमिनेटर में सेम टर्म ही लिखेंगे, बस x की जगह x1 पुट कर देंगे. So these are very easy to remember. So these three are the advantages of this method. What is the disadvantage? Lengthy होगा, that is okay. नॉन रिकर्सिव. मान लो आपको 2 पॉइंट्स दिए हुए हैं, तो क्या मिलेगा आपको? एक स्ट्रेट लाइन की इक्वेशन मिलेंगे. नाउ इफ आई ऐड वन मोर डेटा at the end, you have to start the calculation from the beginning. You have to do the calculation from the beginning. वो लाइन की इक्वेशन 2 पॉइंट के लिए कोई काम नहीं आएंगे 3 पॉइंट डेटा के लिए. Okay, did you get my point? So suppose, let me show you this. Suppose 2 data points are given. Let me show you here. So data points are x0, y0 and x1, y1. So what is the polynomial of first degree? X minus x1 by x0 minus x1 into y0 plus x minus x0 by x1 minus x0 into y1. So this is the polynomial of first degree passing through those two data. अब इस पे मान लो और एक डेटा ऐड कर देते हैं. Okay, so that is x2 y2. तो ये कैलकुलेशन जो आपने 2 पॉइंट के लिए बनाए थे, that will be no longer used. You will have to start the calculation from the beginning again. How? So P2x now it will be what? X minus x1, x minus x2 by x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2 into y0 plus x minus x0, x minus x2 by x1 minus x0, x1 minus x2, y1 plus x minus x0, x minus x1 by x1 x2 minus x1, x2 minus x0, x2 minus x1 into y2. So you see p1 p2 की कैलकुलेशन में आप p1 को यूज नहीं कर सकते हैं किसी भी तरह से. So this method is not recursive. So that is the disadvantage of this method. So what do we want to do? We want to overcome this disadvantage. So we want to find a method, or we want to have a method which can be applied to any kind of data and also will be recursive. So for that purpose, we will study Newton's divided difference formula. Okay, because we are facing that disadvantage, so we have to overcome that. We should have something to deal with that. So we are going to study Newton's divided difference. So first you have to understand what is divided difference. So divided difference is nothing but like same thing as forward difference, only it will be divided by something. That value, what is forward difference? Delta y naught, y1 minus y naught. So that will be divided by something. Okay, so divided difference is same as forward difference, but something will be dividing that value. So divided difference of 2 points, if I take the, so suppose the data points are anything starting from x0, y0 up to xn, yn. So divided difference at any two input point x1, x2 is defined as, so you will write down, you will use these symbols. Third bracket x1 comma x2, or the first input point comma the second input point, third bracket closed. So that is the notation of divided difference in short. And how it is defined? This is defined as output value at the second input point minus the output value at the first input point by the length of the interval. So divided difference of x1, x2 is output value at x2. What is that output value at x2? y2 minus output value at x1, which is y1, by the length x2 minus x1. So what is the divided difference of arbitrary point x and the data point x1? Same formula, output value at x1 minus output value at x by length x1 minus x. So what is output value at x1? y1. Output value at x, y, arbitrary output value, y by x1 minus x. So these are called first order divided difference. If 2 points are involved, they are called first order divided difference. Now next is second order divided difference. So 3 points are involved. So divided difference of 3 points x1, x2, x3 is defined as divided difference of last 2 data point minus divided difference of first 2 data point by the total length. So total length is x3 minus x1. Okay, so this is, and you know how to find out these values by the previous formula, divided difference of first order. Okay, so similarly, so you tell me what will be the divided difference for these 3 points, x4, x5, x6. What it will be? x5, x6 minus x4, x5 upon x6 minus x4. So this is the definition. Okay, so these are called third order divided difference, not second order, if 3 points are involved. Next, you can generalize this, you can increase the degree of divided difference. So these are called third order divided difference. The 4 points are involved. So fourth order divided difference is written as divided difference of x1, x2, x3, x4. So it is defined as divided difference of last 3 data minus divided difference of first 3 data by the total length. So x2, x3, x4 here minus x1, x2, x3 by the length. Now these are having some kind of properties. इसको अगर x1 की जगह अगर if this will be same as divided difference of x2, x3, x4 and x1 साइक्लिकली अगर पोजीशन चेंज कर देंगे तो फर्स्ट एलिमेंट को अगर लास्ट में कर देंगे तब भी अगर एक्सपांड करने पे वैल्यू सेम आएगा. So I am not going to discuss all those properties. Those will not be used. But if you understand the concept, you ponder yourself. Okay, this divided difference x4, x3, sorry, x2, x3, x4, x1 is same as x1, x2, x3, x4. That divided difference. लेकिन बीच पे अगर थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर चेंज कर दिए तब नहीं होंगे. साइक्लिकली अगर चेंज करते हैं तो डिवाइडेड डिफरेंस की वैल्यू सेम होते हैं. तो ये इमीडिएटली आपको नहीं दिखेगा. आपको थोड़ा एक सेकंड ऑर्डर से शुरू करो, रियल डेटा लो, उसको कैलकुलेट करो, या आप टोटली सिंप्लीफाई कर दो. हाँ, एक एक सिंगल टर्म आएंगे. ये जैसे थर्ड ऑर्डर डिवाइड, इसको फर्स्ट ऑर्डर किया है ना. सो दिस विल बी फॉर एग्जांपल हियर हाउ इट कैन बी रिटन. इट कैन बी रिटन एज y2 by x2 minus x1 plus y1 by x1 minus x2. So I can write down two single terms. Okay, similarly from third order, if you do keep on simplifying it, you will be able to write down three single term. Similarly for fourth order divided difference, if you keep on simplifying it, you will be able to write down four single terms. साइक्लिकली जो चेंज हुआ उसका भी सिंप्लीफाई करो, उसमें भी 4 टर्म्स आएंगे और आप देखेंगे कि वो सारे टर्म्स सेम ही है. So you can prove it. So that is not required in our calculation purpose. So is it okay, the divided difference? So now let us look at the table, how to create the divided difference table. So it will be same like forward difference table, only values will be different. The position, their notation will be same, where to place the values, but their name or the notation will be different for each element. So here first column is input values, second column is output values, third column is first divided difference, then second order divided difference, third order divided difference, fourth order divided difference, and so on. Okay, so what will be the highest order divided difference? That will be depending on the data points. डेटा को, नंबर ऑफ डेटा को देख के आप बता नहीं सकते व्हाट विल बी द हाईएस्ट ऑर्डर डिवाइडेड डिफरेंस. एट मोस्ट मान लो अगर n+1 डेटा है, सो हाईएस्ट ऑर्डर नॉन जीरो डिवाइडेड डिफरेंस विल बी ऑफ डिग्री एट मोस्ट n. उससे पहले भी जीरो हो सकते हैं सारे कॉलम. ऐसा एलिमेंट्स आपको मैं दे सकता हूं जिनके लिए हो सकता है कि सेकंड ऑर्डर डिवाइडेड डिफरेंस जो कॉलम है वो सारे जीरो हो जाए. I can give you, let me give you a few examples. Suppose the data points are 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1. How many data points are there? 4 data points. So if you immediately think, okay, you'll be thinking, okay, highest order divided difference which will be non-zero will be of degree or order 3. अगर नंबर ऑफ डेटा पॉइंट से सोचेंगे, लेकिन इट इज नॉट द केस. इनमें देखेंगे कि फर्स्ट ऑर्डर ही जीरो हो जाएंगे. एक वाई का वैल्यू जो है वो सेम है, एक्स का वैल्यू चेंज हो रहा है लेकिन वाई का वैल्यू चेंज नहीं हो रहा है. सो इट विल बी डिपेंडिंग ऑन द डेटा व्हाट विल बी द हाईएस्ट ऑर्डर नॉन जीरो डिवाइडेड डिफरेंस. एंड सेम थिंग वाज ट्रू इन केस ऑफ फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस टेबल. व्हाट विल बी द हाईएस्ट ऑर्डर फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस नॉन जीरो फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस, दैट विल बी डिपेंडिंग ऑन द नेचर ऑफ द डेटा पॉइंट्स, नॉट द नंबर ऑफ डेटा पॉइंट्स. Okay, so you see whatever value we are getting, that I will be placing here. That is the divided difference of first 2 points. At this position, this is the divided difference of second 2 points, second and third, and so on. Okay, so let us create some, let us take some real values, real numbers, and create the divided difference table. So I have taken here. So let me remove these quantities and I'll write down again. Can I do it? Okay, that will be better. Let me remove these columns. I'll only keep the final answer so that I'll be able to match if you have obtained correct answer or not. कैसे होंगे बताएंगे, पहले डिवाइडेड डिफरेंस को समझ लेते हैं. Okay, so the data points are x values are 1, 2, 4, 7, 12. Y values are 22, 30, 82, 106, 216. So what will be here? What is the element here? That is the divided difference of x0, x1. So what is that? By definition, 30 minus 22 by 2 minus 1. How much you are getting? 8. Okay. What is the next element? 82 minus 30 by 4 minus 2. How much you are getting? 26. Okay. What is the element here? 106 minus 82 by 7 minus 4. How much? 8. Is it okay? Next element 216 minus 106, that is 110 by 5. 22. Okay. So this is 22. What will be the element here? Second order divided difference. 26 minus 8 by 4 minus 1, because that is a divided difference of x0, x1, x2. So x2 minus x0, that is 4 minus 1. Okay, so you simplify that value. Suppose that is, I will not, let me write down. Suppose that is a. Okay, suppose that is a. You simplify it. Next, what is this value? 26. Sorry, 8 minus 26. 8 minus 26 by 7 minus 2. 7 minus 2. Suppose that is b. You simplify it. And what will be the last element? 22 minus 8 by 12 minus 4. Suppose that is c. You simplify it. So what will be the element here? b minus a by 7 minus 1. 7 minus 1. x3 minus x0. Because at this position we are calculating divided difference of x0, x1, x2, x3. That is the third order divided difference. So this will be 7 minus 1. And here it will be c minus b by 12 minus 2. So suppose that is d. This is e. What will be the last element? e minus d by 12 minus 1. So all the entries in this table will be, they will be real number. Okay. Okay. So now let us see how to obtain the polynomial using this concept, divided difference concept. Okay. Okay. So x is the arbitrary input point and y is the arbitrary output point corresponding to that x. Okay. So let us start with the divided difference of x, x0. So suppose the data points are n plus 1, they are x0, y0, x1, y1 up to xn, yn. So let us start with the first data. So what is the divided difference of x and x0? The arbitrary point x and the first data x0. So by definition that is y0 minus y by x0 minus x. So from there you simplify and calculate what is y, because y is the output value, y is the polynomial. You will have, so what is y? So I have simply multiplied, cross multiplied, and I have evaluated y. So y will be coming, y can be given by a. So look at the calculation and make sure it is correct.
Sir, the second line should be y0 minus x0.
देख लो एक बार देख लो, उसके बाद बताओ, और एक बार देख लो whether equation number A is correct or not.
Equation number 1 is correct, second is not correct.
Not first line, it's okay. Second line, why not? Okay, y will be equals to, oh, this should be y not. I have changed everything. This should be y not. Is it okay now? Okay, so here you, so if you are using first data, this term is unknown to you. This underlined term. What is that? Divided difference of so you will have to substitute this value, divided difference of x naught. So let us see how we can find out that value. So now involve one more point, x1, y1. So what is the divided difference of x naught, x1? By definition, divided difference of last 2 point minus divided difference of first 2 point by the length x2, x1 minus x. So simplify it, and from there you calculate this value which was involved in equation A. Equation A में what was the underlying term? Divided difference of x naught. So that value is required. So I will be calculating that value from divided difference of x naught, x1. So do it and simplify what you are getting. Divided difference of x naught. You simplify this line.
So that should be minus. In the equation
You take this term to left hand side. You take the circle term to left hand side. You will take this divided difference term to right hand side. So it one minus sign will be there. That minus sign will be adjusted with this. So you are getting the value of b. The x minus x, divided difference of x naught is given by b. So that was the required value in equation number A, and we have obtained that value in equation number B. So substitute the value in equation number B in equation number A. So substitute that and you will end up with something. So from equation number A we have y equals to y naught plus x minus x naught into divided difference of x naught. So that value I have substituted here. You see, this value I have substituted here. X naught x1, that divided difference plus x minus x1 into divided difference of x naught x1. After that you simplify it, you will end up with y equals to y naught plus x minus x naught into divided difference of x naught x1 plus x minus x naught into x minus x1 into divided difference of x naught x1. So equation number C, is that okay to you? Okay. Now here which part is unknown to you? The divided difference of x naught x1. This part. So that value we have to find out. Second will involve one more data, x2, y2, and try to write down this divided difference in terms of those data, x0, x1, x2. So you keep on repeating this process until all data points are consumed, until we consider the data up to x and y. तो ऐसा करने पे क्या होंगे बताइए, सारे डेटा को अगर हम लोग यूज कर लिए, so what will be the ultimate y? So what will be the first term? Y naught. What will be the second term? So let me write down that. So when all data are used, so use the, see the pattern and you tell me what will be the final y. Okay. So let me see if you are able to say it or not. I have already written, so I will not show you the next line. You will tell me. What is y? Y naught plus x minus x naught, x naught x1 plus x minus x naught, x minus x1. Okay. So tell me the last term. Last term. I'll write down last term here. Tell me last term. X minus.
by x0 and x1, x2, x3, up to xn, yes. X n minus 1.
Okay. So it will be x minus x1 up to
xn minus 1.
xn minus 1 और all xn तक जाएगा है ना. So it will be x minus xn into xn. What? So what will be the term before this? The second last term. I'll write here. You tell me. So that will be starting from x minus x naught going up to x minus xn minus 1. And what will be the divided difference part? X naught starting from going up to xn. xn going up to xn. X naught starting from x naught. You see everywhere it was starting from x naught. Then one value will be increased. You see? Okay. So it will be x minus x naught, x minus x1 up to x minus xn minus 1 and divide difference part में सारे data points रहेंगे. X naught, x1 up to xn. So that is what I have already written. So let me remove this part. Same thing I have written. Huh? So now I'll remove this. Otherwise, they are very confusing. Same thing I have written here. Okay. So okay. So this is the ultimate formula you have obtained. Same thing. Whatever you told, that is written. So last term you see, last term what is the divided difference of x, x naught, x1, x2 up to xn. So arbitrary input x is involved in that. So and what is the divided difference in the previous term? X naught, x1 up to xn. So all these values are known to you. These values are known to you. Not here. It should be here. So these values are known to you. These divided difference. But last divided difference is not known to you because arbitrary term is involved, x. So the last term is called the error in polynomial interpolation. So if you discard the last term, then whatever you are left with, that will be the Newton's divided difference formula. So you remove the error term. See, even you see, when we do polynomial interpolation, we do not know from which function the data points are coming. So whatever answer you get, that may be the exact polynomial from which the data were derived, or it is an approximate polynomial or approximate function to the original function. Is not it? So if by some chance, if you are end up with the original function, then error will be 0. And you will be ending up with the original function if the original function itself a polynomial. Suppose the data points are derived from a polynomial only. Then suppose the data points are 4th degree polynomial, and from 4th degree polynomial you have derived some set of data. Again, if you try to get back the original function from the data by interpolation method, then you will get back the original polynomial. If the function, the original function, initial function is polynomial, suppose that is of 4th degree, और उससे आप मान लो 50 डेटा जनरेट करते हैं और 50 डेटा से फिर से आप ओरिजिनल फंक्शन को फाइंड करना चाहते हैं, तो you will be ending up with the original polynomial. It will be happening. There is no other way. So in that case error will be 0. But अगर कोई polynomial को छोड़ के कुछ और टाइप के फंक्शन लेते हैं जिसको हम लोग polynomial से लिख नहीं सकते, मान लो e power x लेते हैं या sin x लेते हैं या cos x लेते हैं, so those functions cannot be written in terms of finite number of terms of polynomial. They involve infinite number of terms. What is e power x? 1 plus x square by factorial 2 plus x cube by factorial 3 and so on. It will go up to infinity. So the e power x function cannot be written in terms of polynomial of finite terms. तो e power x से आप कोई डेटा अगर जनरेट करते हैं मान लो e⁴x से आप 50 डेटा जनरेट किए, इनपुट वैल्यू दो, आउटपुट वैल्यू लिखो, तो ऐसे आप 50 डेटा जनरेट किए, and if you try to get back the original function e⁴x by interpolating method, what you will get? You will get a polynomial of degree at most 49 for 50 data, but if you will never be able to represent e⁴x with 49 terms of polynomial, can you do that? No. So in that case there will be some sort of error. So error will be there or may not be there. It will be depending on the function, original function or the unknown function from which the data are derived. So if you discard this error term, whatever you are left with, that is the formula, Newton's divided difference formula. Y naught plus x minus x naught into divided difference of x naught x1 plus x minus x naught into x minus x1, and so on. So this is the divided difference formula. So if you look at the table, this is the divided difference table I told you about. So in this formula, you see only a particular diagonal is used. In this divided difference formula, only a particular diagonal is used. Which diagonal? You see the first value is y naught, second value is divided difference of x naught x1, third value is divided difference of x naught x1 x2. So you see a particular diagonal is used. Which diagonal? First diagonal, first forward diagonal, okay? So this diagonal is just like Newton's forward difference table. The first diagonal is used in forward difference formula. Here also the first diagonal in divided difference table will be used in Newton's divided difference formula. So you will have to consider only this particular diagonal, and all other things will be known to you. What is x naught, what is x1, they are known from given data, and these values are obtained from the divided difference table. So substitute and you will get the polynomial. Now you see this is recursive. This is recursive means मान लो आपके पास पहले दो डेटा दिए हुए हैं, तो दो डेटा की let me show you the PDF. So this is recursive. That was our main aim, to obtain a recursive method. Interpolation. Let me show you few things. Yep. So if you see, suppose two data points are involved. So data points are x naught, y naught, x1, y1. Then you will get first degree polynomial. So what will be by definition? That this is the polynomial y naught plus x minus x naught into divided difference of x naught, x1. ओके, एंड मान लो इसके साथ और एक डेटा ऐड कर देते हैं x2, y2, तो पॉलिनोमियल 2 डिग्री के बनेंगे, एटमोस्ट 2 डिग्री के. सो व्हाट विल बी द 2 डिग्री पॉलिनोमियल? बाय न्यूटन्स डिवाइडेड डिफरेंस फार्मूला, y naught plus x minus x naught into divided difference of x naught x1 plus x minus x naught into x minus x1 into divided difference of x naught x1 x2. तो देखिए पहले जो दो टर्म है ये क्या है? ये कुछ नहीं, ये P1 ही है. तो हम लोग P2 को कैसे लिख सकते हैं? P1 प्लस ए न्यू टर्म, P1 प्लस ए न्यू टर्म. सिमिलरली अगर और एक डेटा मैंने जोड़ दिए x3 y3, सो 4 डेटा हो गया अब x0 y0 to x3 y3, so you'll get a third degree polynomial. So what will be the third degree polynomial? P3x, that will be P2 plus a new term. New term will be x minus x0, x minus x1 into x minus x2 into the divided difference of x0, x1, x2, x3. So this method is recursive. Lagrange was not. Yes. And again, all the advantage of Lagrange method is there. Data need not be in a certain order. Data need not be sorted. It is applicable to any kind of data. So all those advantages were there. Now you can derive Newton's forward difference formula and Newton's backward difference formula from Newton's divided difference formula. So suppose somehow data points are, again you will have to assume that the data points are evenly spaced. because to derive Newton's forward difference, there has to be. Otherwise, you cannot write Newton's forward difference formula. So suppose somehow the data points are evenly spaced and they are sorted. In that case, Newton's divided difference will give you the same thing as Newton's forward difference formula. So how we can easily prove it? So what is the divided difference x0, x1 if the data points are sorted and evenly spaced? So suppose the space between two data is h. So what is divided difference of x0, x1? By definition, this is y1 minus y0 by x1 minus x0. What is x1 minus x0? H. And what is y1 minus y0? डेल्टा वाई नॉट. तो पहले डिवाइडेड डिफरेंस टर्म को हम लोग लिख सकते हैं डेल्टा वाई नॉट बाई एच. What will be divided difference of x0, x1, x2? I have simplified. You see, this part I have written following the definition, and I have simplified y2 minus 2y1 plus y0 by 2h square. So what is y2 minus 2y1 plus y0? Del square y0. Huh? So similarly, if you consider divided difference of x0, x1 up to xk, and if they are evenly spaced, then you will get this expression. So ये सारे वैल्यू आप सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दो न्यूटन्स डिवाइडेड डिफरेंस फार्मूले में and you will end up with Newton's forward difference formula. Similarly, you can also derive Newton's backward difference formula. You will have to substitute appropriately in terms of backward difference. Okay. So that was the case. अब प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने के लिए पीडीएफ को देखो. Any doubt in these two methods? Okay. एरर टर्म में आप लोगों को और एक ये बताएंगे. I discarded that part in the theory because I thought it will be a bit lengthy. Anyway, so you have to first understand what is error in polynomial interpolation. This is the part you have to understand. The derivation of error in polynomial interpolation. जब भी आप कोई फंक्शन को polynomial से रिप्लेस करना चाहते हैं तो there may be some sort of error. अगर ओरिजिनल फंक्शन polynomial है तो एरर 0 होंगे. अगर स्टार्टिंग फंक्शन जहां से आप डेटा क्रिएट कर रहे हैं वो अगर polynomial नहीं है तो हमेशा एरर रहेंगे. So this part, this is the start page of the PDF which I have uploaded. There I have discussed. Huh? No, it is there. Let me show you. So this is class. Which class? Yes, sir. NMST for electronics. Okay. Files. Class material folder. Lecture notes. Interpolation. Maybe you have to refresh your page. Okay. You click on that. You see, this is the PDF. You see the error in polynomial interpolation. This may repeated. You go through it. If you do not understand, then I will explain it to you. Here, only thing is repeated Lagrange mean value theorem will be used. Nothing else. You know what is Lagrange mean value theorem? So इसको देखो, उसकी एक general error term मिलेंगे. So that error term will be present in Newton's divided difference formula. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. Any doubts from online students? Any doubts from online students?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Sir, in assignment, there are some questions of differential operator and average operator.
वो आप लोग को खुद को स्टडी करने पड़ेंगे. सारे छोटे छोटे ऑपरेटर ना वो क्लास में डिफाइन नहीं है. You go through any numerical analysis book, in interpolation chapter, there you will see average operator, central difference operator, differential operator. So sometimes they are used. Okay. So go through it.
Okay, sir. Okay.
If you need any help, you
Okay,
tell me. I will be discussing in the details.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. And a car